Blake Shelton helps Keith Urban through tough split. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Blake Shelton is stepping up for his friend Keith Urban as he navigates a tough chapter. After Urban's highly publicized split from Nicole Kidman, sources say Shelton has been a constant source of support, checking in, lifting his spirits, and reminding him to focus on the one thing that's always grounded him: his music. Blake Shelton steps in to support Keith Urban after Nicole Kidman divorce. Blake says Keith's welcome to come over to his ranch and ride horses, help with the harvest, have jam sessions, or whatever he wants, an insider told the Globe. He's also encouraging Keith to keep busy, write music, and not beat himself up too much because it does no good to do that. Shelton's advice comes from experience. The God's Country singer has been divorced twice, from Kenneth Jern and Miranda Lambert, before finding love again with Gwen Stefani, whom he married in 2021. Shelton and Stefani famously met on The Voice, while both were navigating their own breakups. Blake is the veteran of 2 failed marriages himself, and he's learned how to survive a divorce, especially one that plays out in the public eye, like Keith's appears to be doing now, another source shared. He's offering Keith advice and support, and making sure anything personal stays private. Keith Urban stays low-key while filming The Road. Shelton and Urban grew closer while filming The Road, a new competition series produced by the longtime judge on The Voice. The show follows 12 aspiring musicians as they compete for a dream opening act slot on Urban's tour. Filming wrapped months before the public learned of Urban and Kidman's split, which made headlines on September 29 after nearly 19 years of marriage. Sources close to Urban say the 58-year-old "Somebody Like You" singer has struggled with the sudden attention, choosing to stay out of the spotlight. He even skipped the Road premiere at Shelton's Ole Red Bar in Nashville earlier this month. He's annoyed to have missed this, but part of him is embarrassed to show his face on a red carpet until things settle down with his divorce. A source said, "The last thing he needs is to overshadow his new show with all his personal issues." Another insider added that Urban fears being painted as the bad guy and doesn't want headlines about his marriage to detract from the show or the contestants. He doesn't want that to be the focus of The Road. He owes that to the contestants and crew, the source explained. Blake Shelton helps Keith Urban through tough split, and their friendship has become one of the most heartfelt stories in country music today. As 2 of the genre's biggest stars, they have shared stages, award shows, and countless memories, but behind the bright lights and applause lies a genuine bond that has deepened through heartbreak and personal struggle. With Keith reportedly facing a difficult time in his marriage, Blake has stepped up not just as a friend, but as a brother, offering strength, humor, and perspective that only someone who has walked a similar road can truly provide. Their connection has always been marked by mutual respect. Both are icons in their own right, yet they share a down-to-earth humility that draws them together. Blake understands better than most what it means to go through a public breakup. He lived it during his own high-profile split from Miranda Lambert, and learned firsthand how painful it can be when private emotions become front-page news, when rumors swirl and every social media post is dissected for hidden meaning. He knows how loneliness can creep in even when the world is watching, and that experience has made him uniquely equipped to help Keith through his own heartbreak. Those close to them say that Blake has been offering steady guidance, reminding Keith to focus on his music, his faith, and the people who truly love him. When the headlines feel overwhelming, Blake encourages him to step away from the noise and find solace in what he knows best. Storytelling through song. Music has always been therapy for both of them, and Blake has gently pushed Keith to channel his into his art, turning pain into something beautiful and healing. Their conversations often happen late at night, when the crowds are gone and the stage lights are dark. That's when Blake's mix of humor and honesty shines through. He makes Keith laugh, even in moments when it feels impossible, and he knows just when to shift from joking to listening. Their bond has deepened over shared experiences of loss, change, and reinvention. Both men have built careers defined not only by talent, but by perseverance. They know that the road to success is filled with personal sacrifices, and that fame can test even the strongest relationships. Blake's own marriage to Gwen Stefani has also given him perspective on love after heartbreak. He has told friends that he believes in second chances, that people can heal and find happiness again, even after everything falls apart. That message has resonated deeply with Keith, who has always worn his heart on his sleeve, and whose music reflects a tender vulnerability behind his polished stage presence. Blake's support has gone beyond words. He's invited Keith to join him for private jam sessions on his Oklahoma ranch, far away from the flashing cameras and gossip. They're surrounded by open fields and silence. They reconnect with the roots of country music, honesty, storytelling, and friendship. Blake's ranch has long been his sanctuary, a place where he can recharge and find clarity, and now it has become a refuge for Keith, too, where he can breathe, reflect, and remember who he is without the noise of fame. Their time together has reportedly inspired new creative energy in both artists. Blake's steady nature complements Keith's introspective side, and their conversations often lead to songwriting ideas and reflections on life in the music industry. Both understand that country music at its core is about truth and connection, and that even heartbreak can produce songs that reach people in their deepest moments of need. Through their shared experiences, they are rediscovering that side of themselves, the side that makes their fans love them beyond the fame, beyond the awards. Blake has also encouraged Keith to stay grounded by surrounding himself with people who love him for who he is, not for what he represents. That advice comes from Blake's own journey, learning to balance his superstar status with the simple joys of life with Gwen on their Oklahoma property, away from Hollywood distractions. He's shown Keith that peace is possible when you return to your roots, that you can rebuild a sense of normalcy even when the world feels chaotic. Those who know them say that Blake's loyalty has meant everything to Keith during this difficult time. When others pull away or avoid uncomfortable conversations, Blake leans in, he listens, he cracks a joke to lighten the moment, and then offers real wisdom. His support has reminded Keith that friendship can be one of the strongest healing forces in life, especially when fame can sometimes make relationships feel fleeting. Blake's openness about his own struggles has helped Keith feel less alone. The two have also reportedly talked about faith and resilience. Both men have leaned on spirituality during challenging times. Blake has shared how prayer helped him through dark periods and encouraged Keith to do the same, finding comfort in belief and gratitude rather than regret or blame. That shared spiritual grounding has become another anchor in their friendship, helping Keith focus on growth instead of loss. Fans have noticed a subtle shift in Keith's recent performances, a deeper emotional rawness that feels like the beginning of a new chapter. His voice carries a kind of vulnerability that resonates more powerfully than ever before. Those close to him say Blake's influence is part of that transformation, helping him rediscover his voice, not just as a musician, but as a man who's been through the storm and is ready to stand strong again. Blake and Keith's friendship stands as a reminder that even in the glamorous world of country stardom, real relationships still matter beneath the fame and the headlines. They are two men who understand the highs and lows of love, fame, and loss, and who know that strength doesn't always mean smiling through pain. Sometimes it means leaning on someone who has walked the same road. Their connection is proof that compassion still has a place in an industry often defined by competition. Their bond has become an inspiration to fans who see in them a model of true friendship, brotherhood, and emotional honesty. Through laughter, long talks, and shared music, they are proving that even in heartbreak, there can be healing, that even in loss, there can be growth, and that when one star falls, another can help lift him back into the light. Blake Shelton, helping Keith Urban through East at 9/8C. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.